Thanks. And joining us now on This Is the Day is Archbishop Donald Wuerl of Washington. And thanks, Archbishop, for joining us. And I wanted to turn back the clock a little bit and ask you about the teaching of Christ and why you decided to first do it.
The teaching of Christ began as a television series with the realization that there is so much of our faith, its richness, its depth, the content of it, the message of it, the beauty of it, that we really don't take the time to explore, to examine, to open up. I found in so many conversations, whether it was in the classroom or whether it was after Mass talking with people, I found that there's a richness to our faith that we've only begun to penetrate and to share and to explore. And so a number of people said, well, why don't we try to do something that would help our Catholic faithful and anybody else who wants to know what we believe learn a little bit more about it. It happened that the Catechism of the Catholic Church, published at a time when the whole church was looking for a good summary of the faith, came out. And that became a rich tool. The teaching of Christ takes its name from the catechism that I was involved in that went all the way back to 1976. This first effort at a compendium of the Catholic faith. But the concept is still valid. The teaching of Christ. What did Christ come to tell us? And that's the focus of the program.
Now talk to us about the new series and about having the backdrop of the Basilica, the National Shrine in Washington.
One of the joys right now of this series is we have a couple of new things to work with. First of all, we have the new catechism now. This is the United States Catholic Catechism for Adults. And the purpose of that catechism is to present something that is engaging, inspiring, and informative. And it does it in a way that during our program, during the series that we will be doing, we'll be opening that up, we'll be unpacking it. But against a magnificent backdrop. The Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception is our nation's shrine to Mary. It's our nation, our country's church that says we look to Mary as the mother of Jesus, the mother of God, and our mother. And it is done in this magnificent array of mosaics, wall after wall, chapel after chapel, niche after niche, filled with the magnificence of mosaic artwork. And we're going to use that as the background. And it's also going to help us tell the story. It's one thing to begin to explain the content of the catechism. It's another thing to have it come alive in color, in colored glass, in all the imagery. And so we're going to be talking about the gospel in mosaic and help the viewers catch something of the magnificence of our faith by that backdrop.
What are your hopes and goals for this series? What would you like people to walk away with after watching this?
I hope everyone who watches this says, after they've seen one section of it, or after they've seen all of the sections of it, you know, I know more about my faith. I appreciate my faith all the more. I'm all that much more inspired by the message, the teaching of Christ, by what he had to say and what he has accomplished for me. I hope they would feel that much more connected to the gospel and that much more close to Christ. I would like to think that everyone who watches the teaching of Christ would say, I think I know Christ more deeply. I'm prepared to follow him much more closely, and I have come to love him much more dearly.
Well, thanks, Archbishop Wuerl, for joining us, and we invite everyone to join the Archbishop on his new series, Teaching of Christ, right here on Catholic TV. Right now, we're going to send it back to the rest of This Is the Day.